Hello my wonderful Aries, welcome back to Vovo Drag Tarot. So, I got through my first month of doing these videos, made it through all 12 signs, good work me. So now that we're in June, we're back to the start of the list, so you're up next. So my name is Joni Vovo, I'm a drag performer based in Sydney's Inner West, and I've just started doing these online YouTube tarot readings. So this is a general reading for the Aries collective, so if Aries is your sun, moon or rising sign, this reading is for you. Also to say it's a general reading, so take what resonates, and if the story doesn't quite fit, that's okay, it just means it's for another Aries watching on. Today I'll be doing a Celtic cross, so we'll look at your current situation, immediate past, what's coming up next, what your current cross energy is, so that might just be the problem or situation you're facing, area of growth, area of gaining wisdom and insight. We'll look at some general advice, external factors, hopes and fears, and then the final outcome. And also to say, you do have free will, so please just take this as a chance to perhaps get a bit more clarity about your situation. Otherwise, it's up to you what you do with your life. I'm also just using a standard Rider-Waite deck. If I feel the need, I'll pull some extra clarifiers along the way. Just if I feel we need to, dig a little deeper on any of the cards. Also, apologies, it's raining. I'm just recording on my phone, so I'm sure it picks up all the sound. And also, what's up with my makeup today? It did not turn out. The eyes are the wrong shape, the eyebrows are in the wrong place. It's not happening, but, I spent an hour putting it on, so we'll just roll with it. Okay, let's get started. So, one final shuffle. So, your current situation. Ready? We've got, okay, the upside down Ace of Swords. So, all the aces are about something coming in from the universe, something external to you, something that might just seem like it came out of the blue, or it's faded, or it's just the universe jumping in, giving some advice and direction. And the swords are all to do about learning, understanding, knowledge, ways of thinking, also about communication. So the Ace of Swords is about some sort of new realization, way of seeing, way of understanding. So it was inverted. So your current situation might be that you're waiting for clarity on something, that you probably feel like you don't have all the information. Perhaps you've been stuck in a bit of a mental loop, thinking it over and over and over, and for the life of you, you can't figure it out. And you're just waiting for something to show up, pop in, that'll give you that bigger picture and that clarity, that understanding. And so this might be a message from someone else. This might just be a random thought you have while you're in the shower, but you're kind of waiting for that clarity to come in. So that's where we're starting. So now let's look at the immediate past, and we've got the Page of Swords. A lot of sword energy today. Okay, so the page is, I guess, like, we've got the king, we've got the queen, we've got the knight, then we've got the page. So they're very much junior. So they are open to new experiences. They try, make attempts, they fail, they learn. It's all about that sort of, very much putting yourself in that beginner, open learner position. So perhaps there's something you've been studying, perhaps there's something you've been trying to wrap your head around, and you've maybe have had to put yourself in that position where you're like, all right, I'm going into this job, this area of study, this body of knowledge, don't know what I'm doing, I'm just going to have to push on through, make mistakes, figure it out and learn. Or if it's about communication, you might have been in a situation where you had to speak up, where you mightn't have done that ordinarily. And for you, you might have felt nervous about it, not sure what to say or how to say it. So you've very much been in this sort of, let's just say, low power situation where you might feel you're a bit out of your depth, but you're doing your best to wrap your head around something or to express something in a context or in a way that's not, you know, the usual way that you do things. So I can see then why you've got this, you're waiting for the light bulb to go off, where you finally understand the situation, know what to say. All right, let's look at what's coming up. So the immediate future, we've got, okay, the Three of Wands inverted. So the Three of Wands, so if you think of the Two of Wands, like all twos, is a decision card. And so before we get to the three, you'd be there weighing up your options, thinking, will I stay with what I know, or will I venture out and do something new? Once you've made that decision to venture out and do something new, or go on a journey or adventure, you've then got the Three of Wands, where it's like you set out, but you're kind of waiting. You can see this person here, they're on the shoreline waiting for their ship to come in. So they've decided to set out and travel, but they're kind of in this stuck position where they're waiting for their ships to come in. And this was inverted, so it can talk about delays, it can talk about frustrations, and, you know, if we've already got this delay here of that piece of information, understanding, light bulb moment hasn't come in, you're probably getting a little impatient waiting for it. You're like, you've already made the decision to set out and be the Page of Swords, to be in the learner position, try something new, be a bit out of your depth. You're probably waiting for, I guess, your skill, ability, knowledge, understanding, awareness to catch up for the situation. And you're now just waiting, waiting for everything to click. Yeah, waiting for that light bulb to go off. Okay, well, that's the current situation. So let's look at the cross energy, which might be the problem or barrier, area of growth that you might be facing. Although we've kind of already identified what the problem might be. So let's see if this next card affirms it. Oh, Knight of Pentacles. So the Knights are all about action, and the Knight of Pentacles is one of the hardest working characters in the deck. So they achieve everything through, you know, sheer will, strength, determination. So if this is a, you know, if you are currently studying something or a student, you probably feel like you're working really, really hard. Again, doesn't have to be in a education setting. Could be work, could be in some sort of family or social dynamic where you're just doing your best to try and understand what's going on. So as the cross energy, the challenge is that you're being, I guess, to navigate this situation, you're being asked to really put in the hard yards, to do the work. And perhaps that's where this delay is, which sucks. You know, if you're already feeling a bit frustrated, and the challenge or answer is just keep working at it, you know, I can understand why these delays might be a bit frustrating, particularly if you feel you're already doing this. But, you know, that's the challenge. Whatever situation you've gone headlong into, it seems like you're going to have to keep working at it for a bit. So let's see what you're aware of about this situation. Speak of Two of the Wands. And it's inverted. So, like I said, the Two of Wands, you can see this person here. They're standing safely in the castle walls, looking out to the horizon, holding the world in their hands, thinking, is it time to leave safety and venture out and do something new and different and expand my world? It was upside down, so this is what you're aware of. So maybe you're having some regrets at this point. Maybe you're thinking, what, was it worth it? Back in my castle, you know, I had the world in my hands. I didn't feel incompetent. I knew exactly what I was doing, exactly how to navigate my world, and now I'm not so sure. So maybe you're having second thoughts or just feeling a little rattled at the moment. So let's look at what you're not aware of, or I guess what might be sitting in your subconscious. Oh. So we've got the Magician. The Magician is the master manifester. So they have every single resource. You know, they've got all 4 suits: Wands, Cups, Pentacles, Swords. And because they've got everything they need, they can create, they can imagine, and they can create. So this is upside down. So it could mean a couple of things. It might mean that you doubt your ability to create. That maybe you can't see what resources you have available to you. And, you know, maybe it'll just be a matter of doing a quick stock take and seeing, okay, well, I've got access to this and this. I know I've got, you know, these resources, this support around me. Actually, I can use that to get through this difficult situation. If it's not self-doubt, it may be that maybe you don't have all the resources necessary. So if you do that audit, maybe you can do a quick check and see what you might need, what might be helpful in that situation. You know, if you're being called, if the challenge here is that you have to work really hard, then, you know, you might need help just in other areas of your life. Whether, you know, whatever it might be, practical things. Get someone else to do the grocery shopping or housework, or you might have to take time off work, or, you know, whatever it might be, you might have to just shuffle things around a bit so you are able to create the outcome that you, I guess, envisioned going into this new situation. Because I'm sure before you made this decision, you know, you weighed up the pros and cons and thought, okay, well, if I set out to on this new adventure, this is where I can see it going. This is where I want to end up. So, you know, you've already imagined it. So just do a little bit of a stock take and just double check you have everything that you need to reach that vision. All right. So let's look now at the advice. So we've got... Oh, I'm sorry, my loves. Oh, I'm not laughing at you, I'm laughing at the cards. So we've had here, the challenge is hard work, and the advice is hard work. I don't know what you're doing, but I just hope you're pacing yourself. Get enough rest, please. Ask for support. Take time off work. Get someone else to look after the house, the kids. What, I don't know. Focus on this and don't burn out, please. Anyway, we have the 8 of Pentacles, and you can see it's not just about hard work, it's also about mastery. So if there's some new skill, or again, knowledge, I don't know, career, whatever it might be, it's about not just brute forcing your way through it, but just making sure that you actually hone and refine your skills, whatever it might be. Because that's the goal, right? If you're doing this to level up or improve a situation, improve yourself, then don't just tick all the boxes. Just, you know, give yourself that opportunity and chance to grow and develop and flourish in this situation. Okay, so let's look at external factors, and we've got the Fool. Oh, sorry again, not laughing at you, just laughing at the cards. So sitting in the external factors. So the Fool, a lot of the cards have pros and cons, good and bad. So, you know, one wonderful thing about the Fool is that they are wholeheartedly and confidently leaping into the unknown. The drawback is they're leaping into the unknown. And perhaps there were more things they could have considered, should have considered, could have planned before they made that leap of faith. And sitting in external factors, perhaps you've got pressure from around you or outside of you, perhaps family members, friends. They can see the choice you've made, the pressure that you've put on yourself, and maybe they're questioning it, saying, is this really worth it? Are you going to achieve what you wanted to achieve here? You seem to be working really hard. Are you sure you want to do this? So you know, maybe just go back to your initial resolve. Why did you go in this direction? Why is it important to you? What's the outcome you were hoping to achieve? What are you imagining? You know why you did it, even if other people, and you know, some people might be doing it out of care and kindness, just asking you, oh, you look like this is really difficult. Are you sure? Are you okay? And you know, you can answer them wholeheartedly. You know what you're doing and why you're doing it. All right, hopes and fears. Okay. Well, I've used a lot of examples here of this perhaps being study or work, but you know, we've come back to the Two of Cups, which is very much about equal give and take, about reciprocity. So I don't quite know what situation is, the specifics of this situation, but it seems that, you know, you're doing a lot of hard work to get through whatever this is. And I guess, you know, maybe you're looking at your other co-workers, your other students, maybe you're looking at other people in your family and you can see how hard you're working and you're thinking, why is it I have to work so hard? Why do I have to put all this effort in when other people don't seem to have to? Or you might be, well, I'm investing in this situation, what am I getting out of it? I'm investing in this person, what am I getting out of it? Is it two-way? So I guess that's part of the struggle as well then. Just, you know, you might feel there's a bit of imbalance, that it's unfair, or you really want it to be mutual. You want it to be that what you put in comes back to you, and not in a like a selfish or legalistic way, but you know, in any relationship, context, community, workplace, you want it to be fair, equal give and take. So yeah, I can see that that's an important value to you and might be just another frustration that's playing out in this situation. Okay, let's look at the final outcome. And again, you have free will, so just use this to get a bit more clarity about your situation and, you know, make the choice that's best for you. Are we ready? All right. Oh, the star! Inverted. Okay. So the star is a really wonderful card. It's remembering that we get so bogged down by the day-to-day. You know, our blinkers are on. We just think about our epic, never-ending to-do list, and we just slog through the day, then at the end of it roll into bed, and then wait for tomorrow to come. But, you know, we're all divine beings having a human experience, and there's more going on than just, you know, just all the practical, mundane parts of life. So remember, you're here for a reason. You're here to live out your purpose and your dreams, and so it was inverted, which may mean you're losing sight of this, that you're getting lost in the details and not keeping an eye on the big picture. You know, what if you go back to, you know, where you were making this initial decision to step out and do something new? Well, why was that important to you? What was the vision behind it? You know, maybe let's just go back to the work scenario. You know, why are you studying to get a promotion? Maybe you just want to earn more money. Maybe you want to make your job more interesting. Maybe you love what you do. Maybe if you had more money, you could like live a better life with friends and family. Like, there's some value underpinning this decision you made, and don't lose sight of it. It's important, and it'll keep you going. When people question, well, why did you choose such a hard path? Or when you're doubting and thinking, I can't make this happen. I don't have what I need to make this happen. And when you're sitting there waiting, you're like, well, when's this vision going to come in? I made the decision to step out. When am I going to arrive? Well, it's probably important to you. And there's a bigger, greater, wonderful reason why you're doing it. So, you know, don't forget. Just, you know, go back to your roots. How was that? Okay, well, I might just leave it there. If you liked this video, please hit like and subscribe. And as I've said before, I'm new to all this, so I would love your feedback. Feel free to leave any comments below and I'll definitely read them and take them on board. Otherwise, at the moment I'm trying to do videos once a month. We'll see if I can make enough time to do maybe 2 a month. So I'll either see you later in June or I'll see you in July. Bye!